Counsel, morning edition, transits and tarot, daily ignition. Take a breath, tune in, feel that flow, start your day.
You know what time it is. The morning wake up, hook, hype, and housekeeping. Good morning, Aries. Put down that lukewarm latte and look at me, or at least look toward the general direction of the stars, because 2026 has decided we weren't busy enough. If you're feeling coffee deprived and slightly overwhelmed by the delightful chaos of a universe that never sleeps, welcome to the club. We are standing at the edge of a year that doesn't just walk in, it gallops. We've got a fire horse year colliding with a numerology 1 vibration, which essentially means the cosmos has handed you a Ferrari and a map to a place that doesn't exist yet. The fire horse demands movement, decision, freedom, and courage. It's not a year for the faint of heart, but since when has an Aries ever been accused of that? Before we dive into the wreckage of your old comfort zones, let's handle housekeeping. If you want to actually navigate this year without face planting, you need to be part of our inner circle. Like and subscribe right now. Then head over to the link in the description to visit our website. Entering your email puts you in the weekly drawing for a free personal reading or a custom forecast. Don't leave your fate to an algorithm. Get a professional to look at it. Now, let's evaluate this momentum. 2026 is the year of the fire horse, impatient, forward-leaning, and built for speed. In numerology, it's a 1 year, the year of the seed, the start of a fresh karmic cycle. For a typical Aries sprinter, this energy is like pouring jet fuel into a bonfire. The challenge? The fire horse wants to run, but the 1 energy requires you to choose the right direction, not just any direction. We are evaluating a year of refined momentum, where your natural urge to accelerate must be tempered by a strategy of intentionality. We are moving from reckless sprinting to the kind of stature that is earned from the inside out, starting with the heaviest hitters in the sky. The celestial reset. Saturn and Neptune enter Aries. If you thought the last few years were just a phase, think again. We are entering a complete world reset. This isn't a minor tweak, it's a total reformatting of the system. For the first time since the Renaissance, specifically 1522, Saturn and Neptune are moving into the sign of the Ram together. They meet at the historic 0 degrees of Aries on February 20th. This is the earliest spark of creation, the beginning of the entire Zodiac. The walls are coming down, and the rules of your reality are being rewritten in real time. To survive this, you have to balance 2 completely opposite forces. It's the taskmaster meeting the mystic. The Aries reality shift. Saturn's demand versus Neptune's invitation. Saturn's demand is structure and boundaries. Commitment to reality. Saturn enters Aries on February 13th, demanding discipline, patience, and the hard-earned ability to say no. Physical boundaries, respecting the body's limits and building real physical stamina rather than relying on bursts of adrenaline. Defining the I am, creating a structured sense of self that no longer requires a drop of external validation to exist. Neptune's invitation is vision and soul intention. Spiritual rebirth. Neptune enters Aries on January 26th, dissolving old identities and heightening your intuitive receptivity. Soul-level intentions, connecting with your receptive side and what nourishes you on a spiritual and soul level. Dissolving the ego, letting go of performative strength to allow a more authentic, visionary leadership to emerge. The so what here is a mandate, not a suggestion. 2026 is the end of performative living. You are being commanded to move only where the spirit means to go. If your heart isn't in it, Saturn will make sure the project feels like dragging a boulder uphill. You cannot build a dream skyscraper on a swamp. Saturn demands a foundation of stone before Neptune lets you touch the clouds. Now, let's look at how this cosmic reset hits your 9 to 5. Professional strategy from discipline to dominance. Aries, your professional landscape in 2026 is a game of two halves. The first half of the year is for the boring but necessary foundations. Think of it as the celestial administrative phase. The second half, that's when we launch into the stratosphere. Q1, January through March, the strategic inventory. January is a month of reckoning. Use this time for planning and reviewing objectives. It's not about the final move yet. It's about gathering information and closing out what was half built in 2025. Q2, April through June, the hard launch. This is your window. The April 17th new moon in Aries is your absolute go signal, the perfect time for a hard launch, a career pivot, or pitching that insane idea. Around April 25th through 26th, Uranus enters Gemini, revolutionizing your communication and how you share information. Q3, July through September, main character energy. On June 30th, Jupiter enters Leo. This is your look at me transit. Your creative leadership sharpens and your talents get a massive boost. Expect new cultural or artistic trends to favor your specific brand of fire. Q4, October through December, the sustainable lock-in. By December 10th, Saturn stations direct. This is the time to lock in your gains and ensure your new career path is built for the next decade. Tough love alert. I know you want to fix your entire career and conquer the industry by next Tuesday. Take a breath. Your biggest challenge is managing burnout. Sprinting through a Saturn transit is a great way to end up horizontal for a month. Refined momentum means acting with courage but keeping your ego in check. You aren't lazy if you're being strategic, you're just finally learning how to win without breaking your own spirit. And speaking of winning, let's talk about the money. Wealth and abundance, the logic of prosperity. 2026 demands a mature relationship with your bank account. The Saturn and Neptune influence means impulse buys are out and long-term wealth building is in. If you're still comfort spending to deal with stress, the stars are going to stage an intervention. Salary and promotions. The first half of the year is highly auspicious for promotions and salary increments. If you've been putting in the work, financial stability is en route. Investment opportunities. With Jupiter moving into your fourth house in June, look toward real estate, government systems, infrastructure, or public services. Property investments look particularly gainful now. Strategic warning, October 3rd through November 14th, Venus goes retrograde in Scorpio. This is a critical window. So what? It means this is a time for renegotiating existing debts, taxes, or inheritances, not for taking on new financial entanglements. If a contract feels unfair, this is your window to fix it, but don't sign anything new until late November. The strategist's best tip. Treat your finances like a professional directive. Use that fire horse energy to be aggressive about earning, but use Saturn's precision for tracking every cent. Consistency is your new secret weapon. Once your material world is secure, your heart has more room to breathe. Relational rhythms, nurturing the tribe and the self. Your relationships in 2026 are shifting from drama to depth. Jupiter spends the first half of the year in Cancer, focusing on your inner tide and home life. After June 30th, the spotlight turns to Leo, bringing romance, fun, and a bit of theater back into your life. For singles, your mantra for 2026 is consistency over chemistry. Stop auditioning for people who treat effort like it's optional. You'll find better luck doing things you actually enjoy rather than swiping until your thumb falls off. For couples, replace those vague check-ins with actual presence. Instead of scrolling next to each other in a shared silence that feels more like a vacuum than a bond, start building shared memories. Go to a show, cook something together, or just put the phones in another room. Aries ego check. Your pridefulness is often what gets in the way of a real connection. Mark August 12th on your calendar, the solar eclipse in Leo. This is your moment to release the desire for external validation. Stop performing for the applause of people who don't matter and focus on the person right in front of you. Real love doesn't need a costume of confidence, it just needs you to show up without the armor. Wellness and vitality. Honoring the vessel. The Saturnian reality check is hitting your physical body this year, Aries. You cannot outrun a bad lifestyle in 2026. Restoration is no longer a luxury, it is a non-negotiable requirement for your survival. The Health and Serenity Protocol. 1. Regulate the sleep cycle. Your sensitivity to stress is peaking. Treat your bedtime like a sacred appointment. 2. Grounding nutrition. Shift from explosive energy, caffeine and sugar, to stable strength, balanced grounding foods. 3. The gut-brain axis. Pay attention to digestion as the year matures. Stress is hitting your stomach. Slow down your meals as much as your life. 4. The restoration mandate. If you ignore your body's signals, the stiffness, the fatigue, the tension, Saturn will stop you in your tracks. So what? Wisdom isn't restraint, it's the grace of moving only where your spirit means to go. If you treat your body like a machine you can just redline indefinitely, 2026 will be a very long, very painful year. Treat it like the vessel for your purpose, and you'll actually have the stamina to cross the finish line. Heard? Let me know in the comments. The Eclipse Survival Guide, 2026 Pivot Points. Eclipses are the universe's way of creating power surges and power outages. They clear the junk so you can finally see the path. February 17th, Solar Eclipse, 28 degrees Aquarius. The command: release technological codependency and the need to follow the social norm. Strategic outcome: freedom to organize your life around your own innovative ideas. March 3rd, Lunar Eclipse, 12 degrees Virgo. The command: release perfectionist tendencies and the need to get life exactly right. Strategic outcome: a complete overhaul of how you work and care for your vessel. August 12th, Total Solar Eclipse, 20 degrees Leo. The command: release the desire for external validation and the need to perform for an audience. Strategic outcome: a new narrative of global leadership and authentic creative expression. August 28th, Lunar Eclipse, 4 degrees Pisces. The command: unspool karmic threads and release escapist behaviors. Strategic outcome: emotional and energetic closure for everything you've struggled with since 2024. Morning Edition Sign-Off, the Final Counsel. I shouldn't say it, but I must. I literally heard the melody of The Final Countdown in my head just now. Aries, we've covered a lot of ground this morning, and if you're still with me, you're already ahead of 90% of the people out there just coasting on hope. 2026 is, without a doubt, the year you stop apologizing for wanting more and start building the life that proves you mean it. We are calling this the year of refined momentum. It's the year of stature earned from the inside out. And frankly, it's about time you traded that impulsive sprinter energy for the enduring power of a leader who knows how to pace themselves. Look, I get it. Being a ram is exhausting. We're expected to be the pioneers, the warriors, and the ones who never quit even when we're running on fumes. But 2026 is asking you to be something even harder. Be wise. The fire horse gives you the speed, and the numerology 1 gives you the fresh start. But Saturn in your sign is the adult in the room telling you that speed without structure is just a spectacular way to crash. You are entering a cycle that hasn't been seen since 1522. Think about that. You are at the birth of a new world order, and you happen to be the sign sitting at 0 degrees. The cosmos is giving you the keys to the kingdom, but it's demanding you show up with a foundation that can actually hold the weight of your dreams. This year, the most Aries thing you can do is stand your ground. Set those boundaries like your life depends on them, because your quality of life actually does. Choose the relationships that match the high-performing professional you are becoming, not the person you used to be when you were still seeking everyone's approval. If you've been resisting change, the eclipses are going to make that resistance very uncomfortable. So stop trying to fix the entire world by next Tuesday. Stop trying to outrun your own shadow. Wisdom isn't about moving slower, it's about moving better. It's the grace of moving only where your spirit means to go. You have the stamina, you have the vision. Now, for the love of the stars, apply some discipline. Heal those old identity wounds and step into the leadership role that's been waiting for you. The universe is finally on your side, but it's not interested in your excuses, it's interested in your growth. Before you head out to conquer the day and inevitably try to do 3 weeks of work in 8 hours, remember to like and subscribe. Visit the website in the description to enter the weekly drawing for a personal reading or custom forecast. Cosmic Counsel is your daily partner in navigating this wild celestial weather, so don't try to go it alone. We're in this together. Get out there, move with grace, and only go where your spirit means to go. I'll see you soon. Stay sharp.